Disability is just a perception. One's mind has to only concentrate on the things that their ability allows them to do. Welcome back. You are still watching Her Moment, and I am Asha Kulsum. Our social media pages is at Rico TV Uganda. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Join the conversation and let's keep this going, and let's keep advocating, inspiring every female out there, even the males. We are here for you because we are the mothers of tomorrow and the nation. Welcome back. You are watching Her Moment, and today we are looking at how disability blends with your abilities. Despite who you are, your sex, your color, we believe that the mind is the ability of the human person. And we're talking with an experienced Lydia Abenaitwe, and I have a friend called Abenaitwe. So when I got about your name, I was like, wow, okay, I have to. And yeah, she must be watching. And I told her about this, and she's like, wow, I don't know, and I had to send her some of the stories in paparazzi in paper, and she's like, interesting. Well, you are this female who has been out there, who has been exposed, experienced lots and lots of challenges out there, and you've taken a step to think and have, I may say you're a lavish giver who has sat down and be like, I've gone through this, so I'm gonna make it for other people out there. Whether I'm dead or alive, I'm leaving my legacy. From whatever the initiative, the campaigns you're doing with Light for the World, what are some of those uniqueness, the things you can share with us? Share with someone, share with a mother who is living with a disabled child, sharing with someone who has a company, and they're not looking at giving opportunities to the people with the belief of she is disabled, he is disabled.
I always joke with my friends that God does not make mistakes. And I'm reminded of a scripture when someone who was crippled, Jesus was passing by, and then there was this person came and said, this man who is crippled, is it he who sinned or is it his parents? And Jesus said, none of the above. I'm just paraphrasing. Yes. He said, this man is like this so that the glory of the Lord can be manifested through him. That's the same thing I always say about persons with disabilities. I may not have two legs to walk with, but God compensates us in a way that a human cannot understand. I've seen persons who are blind, but they have other overly grown abilities that you can't fathom. So what I want everyone out there to know is I am compensated for my physical shortfall. So that doesn't make me fall short. No, I am actually above average. That's what I perceive of myself. And I want other persons with disabilities out there to believe the same. And I want other employers, even neighbors, even families to understand that we are not a burden as we are perceived. We have potential. But for that potential to come out, we need to be supported. Every time I'm needing help for one thing or the other, so if someone tells me, I can do it for you, I can help you in this way, I can mentor you, we are not any different from other people. It's just that we have a physical challenge or a mental challenge or a sensory challenge, but we have potential. And if nurtured, we can do great wonders. About women with disabilities, their challenges are double. First, as women, and secondly, as women with disabilities, I cannot pretend to understand their needs and their challenges. It just takes one, because challenges are different from one person to another. They are different.
Sure.
So you just have to know an individual and to understand what they are going through, how you can help them. I cannot stand there and I say a person with a visual impairment and I say this one must be going through this and this challenge and they need this solution. You have to get up close, understand them as individuals, understand the needs they go through, and then design the right strategies to help them. But I can speak on one. It is hard to compete for opportunities.
Yeah.
As other people, you know, there are limited opportunities around, but if there was a job opportunity here at Record TV, Asha, you would get it before I do, because you would run up these stairs and come here and meet the CEO first and have an interview. But for a person who has who is in a wheelchair, first of all, by the time they get in, they are probably sweating because they've struggled so much. Their self-esteem, because they know they are sweaty, they've lost it already. Then the glances. Everywhere you go, people are glancing staring at you rudely, whispering and saying, oh, you see this one, she can even do this. What is she doing here? You go to look for a job and someone saying, this one also? I've heard of other stories of women who have gone to give birth, women with disabilities. As the nurses are preparing them to get onto the maternal bed, on the delivery bed, they are saying, get onto the bed. How come you were able to get onto it when you were going to have to conceive the child? Get onto the bed. So it's as if, then there are times when you hear someone say, someone met me with my husband the other day and said, wow, what was this man thinking? What was he thinking? This woman must be having a lot of money. That's why this man is tagging along. That's what they are thinking. But it does not mean that because I have a disability, I don't deserve to find love. I don't deserve to find a good job. I don't deserve to go to a supermarket and shop for my groceries. No. So what am I saying? It is very, very difficult for a woman with a disability to compete in this world, in this environment of ours, for the resources, for opportunities, for even education. There are a lot of stereotypes that are attached. And if you looked around, and this one I say it with confidence, with certainty, when you look around, most women with disabilities have settled into relationships with men that they would not choose in the first place. First, because they see it as an opportunity that someone has talked to them,
and
that they want to be.
Actually phrase, or you actually talked about something that we're coming to.
Yes.
Because the world today, the society today, has welcomed two different people.
Yes.
A woman and a woman with disability. So those are two different kinds of people.
Yes.
And there is that stereotype. Women with disabilities, oh my God, that's a stereotype. Okay, I say it with confidence because I've seen very many men out there who be like, what would I be thinking? I mean, I need a straight woman, I need this. So they are looked at as second in society.
Yes.
That is probably if I fail to get someone, then she'll be there. And from what you are doing at Light for the World, these are some of the things we want to see the society tomorrow change. The society changing, that a woman, either with or without a disability, we are all equal. We receive the same. Actually, she is a living example because she's a boss of herself, and there are other people out there who walk on their two legs and are jobless. So at the end of the day, we want to know, how is society going to welcome women with disability in this kind of era, a changing era, an era where we do not have to segregate, where we want equalism?
I think it all goes back to being disability aware, understanding that person, like I said before, that persons with disabilities have potential, once you start to look at it that way, your other stereotypes would go. But if you still look at them like people in ancient times, you look at my leg, which is smaller than the other, and you start to think everything about me is as small as my leg, then that will also determine how you will perceive me, how you will treat me, how you will relate with me. But if you look at me first as a person who is here for a purpose, I think that will also determine how you will treat me and how you will treat other people. But again, it also goes back to special interventions, understanding our needs. There are different stakeholders out there who can also come in and help us as much as they can. For example, Record TV is an employer. If you said 10% of, or even 5% of our employees, we need to give special consideration to persons with disabilities, then you'll make a difference. If you say, I run a funding agency for scholarships, and I need persons with disabilities to be equipped in certain skills, and you say, yeah, DPOs, please nominate people, then you'll be helping them to get skills which they will use to improve themselves.
Well,
so it's a deliberate effort that everyone has to make. All of us. It does not take the disabled people organizations. It doesn't have to be a donor from outside countries. Every individual has a stake in this. Yes.
Well, let's take a quick another break. We'll return shortly.